you are inside of a quantum computer right now, and you got to rise up through all of the planes to make it to the ceiling. And when you get out of the computer, you end up in what's called the upper room. All of the energy is starting at the bottom of the computer and it's climbing the stairway to heaven. You are an electric current flowing through a computer. So this is what you look like right here. This is what the Pharaoh was trying to tell us how to get out of his computer, but it's about decoding the symbols. So all is a tomb, because we all literally are dead souls that's buried inside of a tomb called of a quantum computer. I'm going to say that again, a quantum. A quantum computer. Now, what does the quan mean? The word quan is to be quantized. What is quantization? Let me show you what it is. To be quantized is to be snapped to a grid, which is what the Iron Maiden is. Let me show you. Quantum computer. Quantum computer is dealing with quantity, meaning it's gonna copy you. See, before you entered the quantum computer, you was a single God called El in the heavens. When you entered this computer, you became of quantity, meaning a bunch of different yous, like being in a mirror house. This computer copied you. It copied you 7 times. So you became a being that was of quantity now. This is the God El becoming the Elohim, coming from a singular state to a plural state. There is no plural or diversity in the Most High unified heaven at Polaris. Everything there up high is united as one. When it fall, it's divided. And that's why we say united we stand, divided we fall. When we fell from Eden, we were divided up into 7 different netters. We became the concept of quantity only exists in the quantum computer. Outside of this machine, there's no such thing as mathematics or amounts. It's only a single infinity. A single blissful infinity. Infinity is one thing, but that's what gave birth to all the numbers, which are many things. This is El giving birth to the Elohim. This is numbers being born from 0, which is infinity. So infinity is just anywhere outside of the quantum computer. And the finite world is everything inside of the quantum computer, which is dealing with calculations. Outside of this quantum computer, infinity doesn't deal with measurements and calculations. But inside of the quantum computer, we experience weight, we experience distance, we experience time, we experience, I said density, we experience math, we experience numbers, we experience diversity, we experience dynamics, we experience amounts. Hey, he got 3 of them, I got 4 of them. Outside of this computer, every single being got the same amount, and that's infinity. Inside of this computer, some people got this amount, some people got that amount, some people got that amount. Because diversity and duality only exists in a quantized universe. Now, that is the universe that's snapping you to the grid and creating quantity. Let me show you about quantization. Quantization In mathematics and digital signal processing, it's the process of mapping input values from a large set to output values in a smaller set. Come on now, I told you. Often with a finite number of elements. I told you I know what I'm talking about. And it's the same thing in music. Watch this. It's about limiting you. Just like in music, we use a limiter. We use quantization to control the sound, which is an explosion. Just like I was telling you earlier, we need speed bumps, a filtering process, which is what the netters are. In digital music processing technology, quantization is the studio software process of transforming performed musical notes, which may have some imprecision due to expressive performance, to an underlying musical representation that eliminates the imprecision. The imprecision, when the imprecision is eliminated, you become a finite being. This imprecision world is what we call in the abstract world of the mind. In that world, anything is possible because there's no grid, there's no quantization. It's like what I'm showing you now is a grid that's allowing this musician to snap these music notes to the grid. That's prison, man. That make your music sound robotic, stiff, like it can't move. It's snapped down. We can hear it when you play it. So the best music is actually off grid. So if we turn the grid off and just play it, it'll sound more human. It'll give you the most organic swing and bounce. We have become so quantized in the quantum universe that over the ages, our music has become more and more snapped to the grid. So we're seeing how the universe is expanding and how they got the world getting dumber and dumber, more inorganic. So when we talk about snapping music down, musical notes onto a grid, I want you to now go back and look at this again. Let me pull it up. See, you are the light inside of this bubble. That light is sound vibration. It's your own musical. In other words, every human is a song. Inside of this bubble, your body is the manifestation of that song. And we can say that that song is a mantra. The root word of mantra is man. And the next word is tree. Your body is a man tree that's casted by the humming of the soul. When your soul stops singing, your body gonna fall down like Weekend at Bernie's when the music stop playing. Because you are notes that have been quantized and snapped to this electromagnetic energy field. This field is the mapping of the computer that is guiding your vibration in the simulation. Do you hear me? There are 7 notes that it's snapping to a grid, and those are chakras. All right, musicians? There are really 14 chakras because there's a whole nother you in the underworld, in the mirror world. We ain't gonna talk about that yet. But that'll show you your minor and major notes, 7 notes each. Minor is the hellish notes. It's the same notes as the major notes, but it's when they get mad at you, right? It's them same notes, but it's when they get pissed off at you, though. You know, major, minor is heaven and hell. So these 7 chakras manifesting themselves in heaven and hell. And you get to decide how you want to tune into this dynamic and where you trying to dial up what frequency you want to consciously experience, heaven or hell.